What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is season number 2, episode number 4. I can't do fingers. Yeah, it's episode number 4. Anyway, we're bringing a brand new team today. I've got a couple of suggestions that you guys have been asking for, that I've seen in the comment section and on Twitter. And then I brought a couple of Pokemon that I wanted to use, and they don't really have any synergy together, so hopefully we don't lose every game. Anyway, our record coming into this episode is kind of a measly 4-3, along with quite a few DCs, and I'm hoping we can kind of pick ourselves, up out of that hole, especially because the rating is really, really bad. Because I've been having so many internet troubles. Thankfully, though, I've been able to record a few videos with no internet issues and minimal mic issues, so hopefully we are on the fast track to no more problems. Anyway, let's take a look at the team here. We have our Mega Glalie. It's going to be physical. It's packing Return, Ice Shard, Explosion, and Spikes, which is kind of weird for Battle Spot, but it does help with Focus Sashes and avoiding Sucker Punch and things like that. We have Assault Vest, Snorlax. Both of those Pokemon were suggestions from you guys, just Snorlax in general. I ended up just bringing in Assault Vest. I think that's the only Snorlax I have. But anyway, we also have Corsola because Talonflame was a huge problem in the last session, and it's not going to be a problem this time because the Superior set that I also am bringing is one that I haven't gotten to work on recording, which is really unfortunate because it's worked for me so many times before, but it's holding a Cobra Berry, which decreases the power of super effective flying type moves. And I've got enough investment to ensure that I survive even Choice Banded, Adamant, Talonflame's Brave Bird, and we should be able to kill it. So that is cool beans. We do have a Choice Specs Delphox, and it's got Switcheroo, Grass Knot, Psyshock, and Flamethrower. I guess I could have had a Fire Blast on there, but oh well. Then we have Power Herb, Hawlucha. And, yeah, it's going to be Unburdened. It's got Swords Dance, High Jump Kick, Acrobatics, all that fun stuff. So let's take a look at what our opponent has here, since I've been just sitting here for, literally, 5 minutes almost. We're going to lead off with Delphox. We're definitely going to bring the Corsola. Delphox demolishes his entire team. We can hit everybody super effectively except Charizard. Even Quagsire, we should be able to OHKO with Grass Knot. I don't even know that we need the Choice Specs for that. Corsola is going to be there mostly for Charizard, especially if it is Charizard X. I probably should have given it Power Gem over Scald, to be honest, because it's kind of a weird setup. It's got Refresh, and that is to be able to absorb status. Works well with Hawlucha, and it prevents things from trying to stall it out. But it's got, yeah, Scald, Refresh, Recover. I think Stealth Rock is the last move. So that was a 6v6 Corsola, but we're bringing it anyway. I hope it kills at least one thing, even though it is defensive. But yeah, we're bringing it because Charizard is a thing. If it's Charizard X and does not have Earthquake, and yeah, has something else instead, we'll be in good shape. Especially if it's like bulkier Zard with Willow or something. Anyway, we're leading on with Delphox. And we see Escavalier here. I want to click Switcheroo so badly in this situation because I feel like if he has Charizard, or if he had, Charizard would be bad because he has a Mega Stone for sure. That would be the only reason I wouldn't click Switcheroo, honestly. What I would think he would want to switch in here would be Quagsire, to be completely honest. But there's a chance he doesn't have either of those. So I'm just going to click Flamethrower. We're going to see what he does. He is going to switch. I'm hoping that it is Charizard, honestly. It's going to be Quagsire. It's going to be Quagsire. So let's see how much this does. That's not really enough. I mean, that's okay damage. I mean, that's Choice Specs, though. We're going to want to Switcheroo, for sure. Because Escavalier does not want Choice Specs, and neither does Quagsire. So, who are we going to switch in? He's either going to go for Scald or Earthquake. And I think since Burn really doesn't matter to him here in this situation, I would imagine he's going to go for Earthquake. A little bit risky for me to switch in Hawlucha, but I feel like that's the play I want to make. We could go into Corsola, but there's not really too much I can do. I could set up Stealth Rock if, like, Charizard's going to be his last Pokemon. But I think that's not the right play. I think I need to go into Hawlucha, so that's what we're doing. Hoping and praying for the Earthquake. You know you want to do it, Quagsire. You know you just want to shake the ground. I know it. Yes! Yes, he goes for the Earthquake. He's going to show the recovery there again with leftovers. We already knew that. Now, I could stay in and Swords Dance, but that would have no point because he is going to be unaware, I would assume. I could try to Sky Attack and then follow that up with a High Jump Kick. We know he doesn't have Rocky Helmet, but he could Scald Burn me, and that could be the difference in the game. I can definitely get a Sky Attack off on Escavalier if need be. And Hawlucha should be able to beat Escavalier one-on-one. So, we're going to go back into Delphox here. Predicting him to go for Scald, maybe? Or Toxic? Neither of which, it doesn't really matter. Whatever he goes for. He's going to go for Curse. Okay. Curse. My nose is so itchy today. I keep, like, doing this. But it's just so itchy. It's been raining so much here. And I think that's causing my allergies to act up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that I'm clicking Switcheroo here because we are just going to hand over our Choice Specs and steal his lefties. I don't think he's going to go for Earthquake this time. No, he's going to go for Scald. So he's got Curse, Scald, Earthquake, Recover? We didn't see that last move, but that Scald did a buttload of damage. Buttload of damage. But now we are free to switch moves, and we can just click Grass Knot, and this Quagsire is gone. And we get the recovery, which is nice. He's not going to go into Escavalier. He's going to go into whatever his other Pokemon is. I'm hoping it's not Charizard. If it's like Jinx or Amoonguss, we pretty much win. I guess the only exception could be Scarf Jinx, but I guess it doesn't matter because it is Charizard, a shiny Charizard. I love shiny Charizard. I don't really like it so much once they're Mega Evolved, the shiny sprites. Or shiny models, I should say. They're 3D. But I love Black and Red. That is just so cool. One of my favorite shiny type Pokemon. Shiny type, yes. Yes, way to go. Way to go. Commentary, 10 out of 10. Alright, so now we need to try to predict whether or not this is X or not. This is a problem. This is a problem. Because if he sets up a Dragon Dance here, he could win. Especially if he has Earthquake. Because I can't kill him. And if I switch into Corsola and he has Roost, I can't kill him either. Might want to consider switching out this Corsola and either breeding a new one or giving it Power Gem. Just for Battle Spot. Scald is better for 6v6. I just really wanted to use Corsola. I wanted to see Corsola on a Battle Spot team. Alright, so he's going to be X. And we're going to see how much Psyshock does. See, if this was Y, which I was kind of thinking it might be, that was going to hit him on his physical side. And obviously Charizard X has much higher physical defense. So that is not good. And he sets up a Dragon Dance. There is somewhat of a chance here that we are going to get swept by this thing, which stinks. That's not good. I feel like I played the rest of the game okay, other than clicking Flamethrower on the first turn, but I felt like that was the play to make. Alright, so we're going to go and get rid of Delphox here. We're switching out. We're going into Hawlucha. I don't need him for anything. I don't think he's surviving a hit anyway, even though I do have some HP investment, and hoping that he locks himself into Outrage. I also kind of wanted to see if he was going to go for the Earthquake there. Give me a decent idea of what his moveset was. I might as well try because we could just get swept anyway. So he does go for the Outrage and he's locked in now, which is good news for us because we're going to play the Confusion angle and we're going to click Recover. I am physically defensive, so I should be able to take this, I would assume, although probably not well. Probably not well. Because this is Zard X, and he's powerful, and this is, of course, well, he DCs! Are you kidding me? Oh, I wanted to see what was going to happen there. We had a chance to win that, for sure. I'm going to count that as a win. Because he's going to outrage, we were going to recover that off, and if he got the confusion there, there's a solid chance that we could win. Especially, yeah, And he DC'd. It was him, definitely not me. So we're getting into another battle. That was a victory for us. I'm calling it. I mean, I guess it was like 50-50, or maybe even the odds were in his favor, but that's going to bring a record to 5-3. Moving on to the next battle, we found one very quickly. This is not looking like a fun team. This has like a bunch of my least favorite Pokemon in it. Gengar, I do not like Gengar. More so on Battle Spot. I don't mind it like seeing it in OU as much. But on Battle Spot, it's like always freaking Mega Gengar, and they always have stupid sets. And it just like, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. Dragonite, nobody seems to want to run anything except Dragon Dance. Very little creativity on Battle Spot when it comes to that. That's just like the set that everybody runs. Delphox, again, is looking like a decent Pokemon to lead off with here. Because Flamethrower hits everybody except Dragonite. And we can switcheroo potentially on, like, maybe Honchkrow and avoid a Sucker Punch. We're going to bring Glalie because I can't beat Dragonite without it. I don't have anybody on my team that can do that. Looks like Superior is a no-go here. It doesn't hit anybody for super effective damage. And I guess I have to bring Snorlax, otherwise I just auto-lose to Gengar. This Snorlax does have Crunch, so there we go. So we're going to go with Delphox, Snorlax, and Glalie. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Not feeling overly confident going into this battle because I saw Sableye and freaking Klefki on the same team, which leads me to... I can't talk. It leads me to believe this is going to be a nonsense battle. We shall see, though. He's going to lead off with the Honchkrow. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened. Probably the worst thing that could have happened. The question here is going to be, is he mixed? Is he completely physical? Is he completely special? Chances of him being completely special are pretty slim, especially on Battle Spot. He kind of needs Sucker Punch to be able to do stuff. So I'm just going to click Suckeroo. I can't talk. I cannot do English. Oh my goodness. I'm clicking Switcheroo. I clicked Switcheroo because I predicted a Sucker Punch and it worked. And now he's locked in and we have his Life Orb, and that's like probably the next best item that Delphox could have received. So it all worked out. I was just a little bit late on delivering the commentary there because I cannot talk ever. So yeah, I'm assuming he's going to want to switch. I don't know why he would stay in and just continually Sucker Punch. Maybe he's waiting to see what I'm going to do if I try to attack him here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch into Glalie. Figuring he is either going to click Sucker Punch again or he's going to switch. So they're the only two options. And he does just stay in to potentially get rid of Delphox, but he does not. So now we get a Mega Evolution off. We do outspeed Honchkrow, which is good news. And I can just... I kind of want to click Spikes here. I feel like he might try to sucker me again. I mean, that's just sacrificing Honchkrow for damage, though. Why would you want to do that, especially when you lost your Life Orb? That could help. That could help. I mean, he does have 3 Pokemon that are not affected by it. Hopefully that is not his full team with Gengar and Dragonite. But we could just stay in and just continually click Spikes here. Yeah, he just stays in and he goes for Sucker Punch again. We get up a layer of Spikes. Hopefully he's got like Sableye or something that we can do some stuff with there. Now the question is... is he gonna Sucker again? I could just click Spikes like 6 more times. I really could do that. I could be that guy. I feel like he's gonna switch though. I feel like that's the best thing to do. I feel like that's the better play. And I'm going to have some confidence that he's going to make the better play. Just kidding. He's going to make his own play because he's his own person. He's independent. He doesn't need me. Goes for Sucker Punch. That does a buttload of damage. That would have like done 80% or more if he still had his Life Orb. Holy cannoli, Batman. Way too much. Honchkrow is gone. That's good news for Delphox. And he goes out into Gengar. It's not the end of the world because Gengar cannot touch Snorlax even if he does have Focus Blast, which I almost never see on Battle Spot. I'm assuming this is going to be Mega, unless he's only got Mega Sableye, maybe. Obviously, I do not want to stay out on this. Gengar has 110 base speed, which is faster than Delphox by quite a bit. I think Delphox is base 104, if I'm recalling correctly. Anyway, we're hard switching right into Snorlax here. Not going to mess around. Yeah, he goes for the Shadow Ball. That obviously does not affect us. I don't think that was the play for you to make. I don't have any Steel types, right? Yeah, why not just click Sludge Bomb there? We're going to go for the Crunch as he decides to switch out into his last Pokemon, which is Dragonite. That could ruin things, especially with a Dragon Dance set or Extreme Speed. Not fun. At least we did break the multi-scale. It's also unfortunate that he brought the 3 Pokemon that were Levitators or Flying types, so Spikes meant nothing. It just wasted a turn. I don't have any switch-ins to this. And I need to try to get damage off to bring him down into Ice Shard range. Well, he's going to have Extreme Speed too if he's Dragon Dance, so basically he just wins here. My only hope, if he's a Dragon Dance set, would be to get off a Para on Body Slam. I guess that's my play at this point. Huh. Is that really my... Yeah, I guess that's what I have to do. Alright, so he's going to just go straight for Outrage and locking himself in there, and that does a stupid amount of damage. Holy crap. That did like 85%. Body Slam did a lot to this Dragonite too. Now, I'm guessing from that damage, that has got to be banned. So we don't have to worry about Dragon Dance. We're not going to get completely swept. That also means that he cannot, even after his Outrage ends, he can't Extreme Speed. If I'm right about him being banned, I could be just completely wrong about that. He could be bluffing it. Just to mess with me, I think we have to let Snorlax go down here. Man, that stinks because now Gengar is a huge problem. I really thought he was going to Dragon Dance there, because then I was going to sack something else. To keep Snorlax alive, probably, because I need it for Gengar. He only gets the 2-turn Outrage, so he is confused, but he's locked into Outrage anyway. So I can go out into Glalie, and I don't have to click Ice Shard. Which means switching into Gengar would be extremely risky. In fact, that would probably just lose him the game. So I don't think he's going to do that. So what we're going to do here is just click return. I mean, Ice Shard will kill. But yeah, I think that's my best play in the off chance he tries to save this for Extreme Speed later on. Yeah, he makes the right play and sacks off this Dragonite. And now, it's going to come down to a roll. Because I'm going to be able to get off an Ice Shard on Gengar. That really doesn't mean much. It should do maybe about 30-ish%, because Gengar is pretty frail. I'm assuming this isn't Mega, because he didn't go for it last time. But, what can I say? Yeah, so this is going to come down to a roll, because he's not Life Orb. Wow, that did a lot. I guess that was about what I said, 30-ish%. So Glalie goes down. Let me finish my thought here. Oh my goodness, I keep getting distracted and saying other things. This comes down to a roll. I've calculated this before. If he has Black Sludge or some other item, I guess it's not Black Sludge. Shadow Ball is a roll that's slightly in my favor for me to survive here. If I do survive it, we win. If we don't, then we lose. And we do not, because of a critical hit. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Oh, that... Man, that sucks. I'll keep pulling my headphone right out of my ear, like punishing myself for losing that game. That sucks. It could have been that he could have killed us anyway. I hate it. I hate it when it ends on a critical hit like that, though. But what can you do? Man, the Hacks guys have not been liking me recently. Really not. Like, the last couple Wi-Fi matches I've recorded have been disasters when it comes to hacks. That's crazy. Alright, so that brings our record to 5 and 4. Again, just one game over 500. Now the question is, do I want to do another battle? And I think the answer is yes. Yes, I do. I do not want to end this episode like that. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I feel like we should have won that game. It feels like we lost 2 games because we had a solid chance of losing that first game too, depending on what happened. And then he DC'd, so we got a victory, but it's an empty victory because we didn't really win. Alright, so we got another battle here. This will be it for this episode, obviously. Pretty cool team. Magmortar, Houndoom, Heliolisk, Goodra. These are all Pokemon you don't see a whole lot of. I would assume that Houndoom's going to be the Mega here. It would be really cool if that's just regular Houndoom, though. That's just freaking awesome. Staraptor could be a problem. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Half his team does not have items. Am I seeing that correctly? He just does not have items on his Pokemon. Just a standard low ladder battle here. Why do I just not pronounce R's randomly at the end? I just change them to L's, sometimes B's. I can't do English. It's a recurring theme. Alright, so we definitely want to bring Glalie. The question is, do we want to lead off with it or not? Because it should be able to one-shot Goodra, which otherwise could prove to be a bit of a problem. We might be able to 2-hit KO it with Choice Specs, Psyshock as well, but I'm going to lead off with Glalie, and we'll bring Snorlax because if that's special Houndoom, it should wall it. Should definitely wall Goodra, and give Magmortar a problem, and give Aegislash a problem, and give Heliolisk a problem. Snorlax beats this in team basically, except for Staraptor. Kind of feel like he's just going to bring the 3 Pokemon that have items. Unless he doesn't realize that he forgot his items. That is possible. I guess we can bring Hawlucha too. Yeah, Corsola would be okay for Staraptor, but we'll go with Hawlucha. We will go with Hawlucha, with judging by what his team looks like, might end up just being fodder to get a safe switch. Feeling kind of confident about this one, though. Our team matches up really, really well because Snorlax just kills everything. He's actually going to lead off with Houndoom, and I think, did I see that correctly, that was a Master Ball? Shiny Houndoom and a Master Ball. Okay then. Okay then, so we're going to go right into Snorlax. There's a possibility that it's mixed or physical, but I don't think that's going to be the case, and he's probably going to go for Fire Blast and or Flamethrower, so we will see. We're also going to see if he's going to Mega Evolve. He is not. This is regular Houndoom. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, that's going to do 0.5. That did 24 HP. And now we can just click Earthquake. His only possible switch in would be Staraptor. And I think there's a solid chance that he didn't even bring the Staraptor because it doesn't have an item. And then he's got like 4 Pokemon weak to ground. So I just basically click Earthquake here. If he switches in Staraptor, so be it. He's going to try to flinch me instead, and he's not going to be successful, as Snorlax just does not care. He's going to finish off that Houndoom with a lovely Earthquake. Houndoom is gone. That is good news. That is good news for us. I hope he has all of his special attackers. I really hope he does. He's going to go into Heliolisk here. This is actually one of the Pokemon that didn't have an item, I think. Just click an Earthquake again. I don't care. I don't know what you're going to do to me. You could Focus Blast. That's not going to kill in any universe. And if that means Snorlax is weak enough to be killed later, then that's fine by me, because that's 2 kills. He ends up getting a crit Thunderbolt, which is unfortunate, but still just barely brings us below half, and we get off an Earthquake, and Heliolisk is gone. This is going well. This is going really, really well. Much better than the rest of this episode has gone so far. Let's see what that last Pokemon is. It is Goodra. Alright. Shiny Goodra. Was that Heliolisk shiny? I think it was. I think I remember seeing that ugly, ugly red coloring that it has. As much as I love red, it does not work for Heliolisk. Okay, so he's going to go for Draco here, unless this is Choice Specs. And even if it is, it still might not kill, because Snorlax is that fat. Yeah, he's gonna survive with 34 HP. Snorlax, you are so fat. Oh my goodness. Taking a Draco, crit Thunderbolt, Flamethrower. That's just nonsense. He has red card. Red card Gudra. We did get the para, so this is really just over. There's basically no way that he can win. I give him credit for not forfeiting at this point and finishing the battle. That is pretty cool. We're just going to click Explosion to end this battle with a bang. Because I want Glalie to do something. And I want to just be able to say I clicked Explosion once in the session. It might not come up again. But we're going to do it now. And this is just extreme overkill and probably unnecessary. It throws our 3-0 down the tubes too. But I don't care about that. We get the victory. An actual victory. And it wasn't a DC. It wasn't a forfeit. So that's pretty cool. That brings our record to 6-4 on the series. So out of 3 battles, we won 2 of them. So I guess we can't really ask for much more than that. If we keep doing that, our record will keep getting better and better, slowly but surely. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, you can do all the usual things. Comment or leave a like. You can leave suggestions for Pokemon you would like to see. Or anything like that. You can also do that on Twitter. That link will be in the description as usual. And that'll be it for this time. So I will see you all for the next episode. But until then, game on.